Sarah and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys all about your first year of university. So whether you're heading to university this year or you're going to be heading in the next couple of years, or you just want to know what it's like to go to university, this video is for you. So yeah, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my experience and some tips and tricks and stuff that I wish I knew before going into my first year. So I know this upcoming year is going to be a little different for those who are heading into first year, whether you are going away for school or staying at home from school. A lot of us are doing online school, me included. My entire first semester is online and potentially my second semester, and I'm sure it is the same for a lot of you guys. Some may not even be able to go into residences until January, some may be able to, so it's different for everyone, but we're all in the same boat. So I'm going to try and talk about some tips and tricks that I have found from online school, but also in person, and just things to expect in general from universities. Before we get started in today's video, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to WondershareSignX for sponsoring this part of the video. So WondershareSignX is an electronic signature platform. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck is that? Well, basically, in simple terms, it's a website that you can use to sign documents. Especially with everything going on in the world right now, with everything being shifted to online, this is even more relevant than ever. Basically, it is a platform that you can use to sign electronic documents, whether that be leases, contracts, different business agreements, even like agreements between like friends. Basically, it's just a way to solidify your contract rather than having to meet in person. And it's also a great DocuSign alternative. So basically, you just go onto their website and then click Start Document Sign. And it brings you to a section where you can upload your documents. So whether that be a lease, as I said before, a contract agreement, a business agreement, a friend agreement, anything that you need to sign, you can use this for. And then once you have uploaded your document, all you have to do is type your name and your signature in the bottom bar, and it'll show up on your document. And then if you are sending it to someone, you can add in their email address and it'll send it to them and prompt them to sign the document, and then you'll both have it signed. So it's super easy and convenient. You don't actually even have to meet in person and everything, so we're still staying safe with the pandemic and everything. But yeah, it is super convenient and easy, and you can literally do it from like sitting in your bed. It also has a feature called bulk send, so you can send multiple of the same contract to many people. You don't have to send it all separately. So as I said before, it is very affordable. In fact, they have a very generous trial period. You can sign 5 documents before you even have to pay a single thing. And then should you choose to sign more documents, it is super affordable going forward. And with the link down below in my description, you can get 30% off, so even more affordable. So you should definitely make sure to check it out. I'll have all the information in the description bar below, so make sure to check them out. And thank you again to Wondershare for sponsoring this part of the video. The first thing that I wish I knew going into university was not to be so stressed during the summer. I was so excited to go there and experience everything new, but because it was everything new, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what classes were going to be like. I didn't know what my schedule was going to be like. I didn't know what being away from home was going to be like. I stressed about that so much the summer before, and I was trying to plan everything and have everything ready that I didn't fully enjoy the summer before university. I mean, I had fun, but I wish looking back on it, I kind of just enjoyed the summer more and enjoyed what was going to happen, and know that I'm going to be in the same boat as everyone else. Everyone else is going to be in a new experience. You can't prepare for what that's going to be like because it's going to be different for everyone. So yeah, if you guys are going to school this September, take this summer, relax, hang out with your friends socially distance wise if you're allowed to. Make sure that you are just taking the time to soak in this last bit of freedom and this bit of no work, because trust me, the work is going to come, so you might as well just take this time to relax. Another tip for you guys is during your orientation week, which is generally that first week of school right when you move in, before any of the other students begin to come back. Basically, it's just first years on campus. Do all of the activities, go out and meet everyone, do anything that they have planned for you. I know you want to have time to organize your room and get everything ready and everything, but they're planning these activities for you guys to meet people, because a lot of us are going into university not knowing anyone. And make sure to go to as many things as you can that they plan, because they are meant for you to meet people. That's how a lot of people meet, whether it's on their residence and they do things as a group together, or even in their faculty. I know that's how I met some people as well. So make sure to go to all those events. Don't just stay at home. Even if you are nervous and you don't have anyone to go to them to, you're going to meet people there. There's going to be people like you who don't know anyone else and they're looking for a friend and everything. So make sure that you try to attend as many of those events as possible. Now, I know this upcoming year is going to be different. I know from what I've heard at my university, they're doing an online orientation for the first year students. So I'm not sure 100% how that's going to work, whether that's through Zoom or whether it's through like small socially distant gatherings. I'm not 100% sure, but even then, make sure you go to them, because you guys are at a little bit of a disadvantage wise meeting people. So make sure that you're taking advantage of any of the opportunities that they give you this year. Another thing that that I wish I knew was to join Facebook groups and Instagram groups and different groups that are associated with your university year. So my year we had like the girls like roommate search, we had my plain faculty like group chat, and then we also had like a whole like year Facebook group. Now I joined them all, but I never really spoke in them. I was kind of shy, never really introduced myself, and that is how a lot of people meet as well. That's how two of my friends actually met. They met each other on like that Facebook group and they ended up being roommates. So you can meet people on there, so make sure even if you're shy to introduce yourself, because that is another way to get to know people before you even get onto campus. You have a friend basically from the first day. So I definitely recommend doing that. If I could go back in time, I would definitely have introduced myself and actually met people on there. I never really did. I recognized some people that I had like seen their profiles on there, but I never initiated myself into that group. So make sure you guys do that, especially this year, considering things are going to be online. Knowing someone going into school can be a really big asset. Another tip that I have is that during that orientation week, you are gonna have some like downtime. You're not constantly doing activities. They don't constantly have things running. So in this time, you can like decorate your dorm, you can organize your like books and everything. But one thing that I would suggest to do is to look at your schedule and kind of plan out where your classes are, and maybe like take the walk to school, walk to campus, and see, okay, my first class is here, my second class is here, third class is here, because you may have classes that are back to back, and you may be like me where you have one class at the opposite end of campus to the other class, and there's only 10 minutes to get from point A to point B. So you want to be able to plan that out to be able to see which route you have to take, and it'll ease your stress for the first day because you've kind of already figured out what your classes are. So maybe do that and figure that out for each and every day. If your classes are different every day, or if you have multiple of the same class, then you already know where you're going. But yeah, I definitely recommend doing that. Even you and your friends can go and do that if you guys have the same classes, and you can kind of figure out where everything is so you're not stressed on the very first day. And also at my school, we had something called a SOF, which is like an upper year mentor. They took us on a little tour of the campus to kind of show us where each of the main buildings are, which helped. But going back, I wish I would have like done a little walkthrough of where my classes were. I actually gave that advice to my brother, and he did that his first year and found that it was really helpful. So make sure to do that because it will ease up your stress for the first day. Another thing that I wish I knew was to go to each of your classes the very first week. They call it like syllabus week, and see what they recommend about a textbook. I bought all my textbooks before any of my classes had started. They were all brand new. They were super expensive because I didn't know. I didn't know that you could buy them used on certain websites and everything. I didn't know that some classes, even though they have a textbook, the professor rarely uses it. So by going to that first class, you can kind of get a feel of the class, and even talking to upper year students, whether that be on group chats or if you met them in like a different group or a different class or anything, you can find out if they really use that textbook, because university is already expensive in itself, and if you can save yourself a couple $100s from buying all the textbooks, that's pretty useful. Now I'm not saying not to buy the textbooks if it's required. If a class uses the textbook, use it. Don't not buy it just because you want to save money, because that will not help you in the long run. But if they say, oh, well, it's optional, you can use it to enhance your learning, that's up to you. If you're someone who likes to read up extra on the topics or likes to read things from like a different perspective, then buy the textbook. But if you're someone who will be good with just like the lecture notes and going to lecture, then you'll be fine. But yeah, if they use the textbook, make sure to use the textbook. And that goes along with my next tip. So if you have a class that uses a textbook and they assign the textbook chapters, please, please, please do the textbook chapters the weeks that they say to read them, because it will help you in class understand things better, and then you won't have to do it all before the exam, because I had to do that my first year and I left all my biology readings to the very end, and then a week before my biology exam I had to catch up on all the readings that I missed. Yeah, make sure to do the readings alongside each of the weeks that you have class, because not only will it help you in class, it'll help you stay on top of things, and then when it comes to exam time, you'll be prepared. Another tip that I have is to get to know people in your classes. So in each class, try to know at least one person that you can count on, that you have their number or anything in case you're sick or can't make it, so that you can catch up on the notes. Because a lot of the times in classes, professors will talk about things and not actually have them on their lecture slides, and then they'll include those talking points in the exam. So if you happen to miss a class because you're sick or you're studying for another exam that's right after that class, you want to make sure that you're not missing out on that information. So getting like a little class buddy will really be helpful. And oftentimes, at least I found that in my program, a lot of our classes, we create group chats on Facebook that are like 50 or 60 of us. So you can always kind of count on someone to have gone to the class, obviously, and be able to send you the notes. But if not, make sure to find a buddy or a friend in the class that you can count on to send you notes if you need them. And my last tip would just be to soak up everything that that first year has to offer and enjoy it, because trust me, it'll be done in the blink of an eye. And I can't believe that I'm already in my 4th year. Like, my university has gone by so quickly, and that year is gonna go by so quickly. So just make sure to take in every moment of it, do all the activities that they have planned, do everything they have planned throughout the year, enjoy your residence, enjoy being able to see your friends for hours on end and have them right beside you, because it is an experience that you're probably not gonna have again in university, because oftentimes people only do residence for 1 year. So make sure to just take advantage of that and enjoy it as much as you can. Even this year, I know going forward it is going to be different. I don't even know 100% what they're going to be doing. I don't know if they're going to be having 2 people in a room or making it a single room or anything, but whatever it is, just make sure to enjoy it, because it will be your likely only year in residence and you want to enjoy it as much as you can. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this back to school video. I know it's the beginning of July, but I just wanted to make this video early enough that you guys can watch it and actually take some of the tips that I talked about into consideration before even going to university. But yeah, I also plan to be doing a bunch more school type videos coming sooner and later in the summer, talking about like dorm essentials, talking about how I've managed online school, and talking about different programs and online programs that you can use for university and how I take notes and everything. So I'm going to be doing more of those, considering a lot of our classes are going to be online. So I'm going to be doing a lot more like techie school videos, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you again to WondershareSignX for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.